Okay, we have talked about this object model in the very beginning of the talk. So we have hotel, we have reservation, we have attributes, we have associations, we have invariants, and allocation and row. Very typical object model. And this is the method. This is a formal specification style for specifying operations. So we use the so-called two-state predicates, which means you have two copies of your state attribute. You have one copy before the operation is called, and you have another copy, the other copy, that's after the operation is called. So every time, if you see any attribute, for example, this one with a prime, that refers to the value after the operation takes effect. So let's just go to this allocate in detail. So here, this operator here means implication. And this part is the antecedent of the implication. And this part is a consequence of the implication. So this is to say, this part is the precondition for the method. If you want to call allocate, that's fine, as long as you satisfy this fragment of constraint. If you do satisfy the constraint, then you can call the method, and this effect will occur. Otherwise, you're blocked. Okay? So this is to say, we want to make sure the current allocation is smaller than some maximum number. And question mark means inputs, and exclamation mark means outputs. We are going to take some input reservation, because before you can allocate, you must have some reservation already. And you want to have some input row, which row are you going to allocate? And you want to say the reservation must be confirmed already. And you want to say the allocation must have the same dates as the row. Let's not worry about details here. So this is the precondition for the method. The postcondition is to say this output is going to get the row from the inputs, and this output is going to get a date from the input row as well. And this pays special attention to this conjoins. This is to say we have our output allocation objects is going to become a member of the post state value for the state for the attribute allocations. So that's the updates for this method, really. Okay. Again, for the allocates, we have antecedents here, and we have the consequence here. It's just similar explanation. And one thing I do want to bring up is when I talk about data flow usage, in this case, because we are trying to update the attribute allocations, so this is called a computational use for the attributes. And in the allocate method, we actually use the allocations in the antecedents. We're using it to decide whether this method is applicable or not. So it's a predicate use of the same attributes. We are actually going to use this fact very soon. Are you awake?